Hi everybody, Alex Employer here from Expert Forex, and in this video we're going to be looking at phase 2 of how to find the best settings for your Forex robot. Now just to remind you, phase 1 is the phase where we established a trading portfolio of many EAs, many currencies, many time frames, and many high probability settings. And we trade them for a few weeks. Now this is done just before my holiday. We established that portfolio and got it trading. So while I was away on holiday, the portfolio just kept on trading on a set and forget basis, and I came back and I am now analyzing those results. So we are currently trading 14 EAs. We are using 8 currencies in most cases. We are using different time frames and different settings to the extent that we are actually trading over 400 robots at the same time. It's a huge portfolio. So phase 1 is underway. It has happened, and we are now at the end of phase 1. So we've had mixed reactions from our clients. Many of them don't understand actually what's going on. They basically say, I bought this EA, what settings must I use? That's the question they are asking. Others are saying, what is the relevance of this portfolio to my own trading? So I'm going to try and answer that question for you in this video. Now, if we look at the slide that is up at the moment, what we are doing, we have 56 accounts. They are all $10,000 accounts, and we are using a mini lot for all the EAs. So we are using $560,000. Now that's a huge amount. Nobody can have a portfolio that big that easily. We are using mini lots. If we go to micro lots, suddenly the portfolio drops to 56,000. Now that's still a big amount, but it has come down quite a lot. Now the other thing is, by looking at these portfolio results, you're not going to trade all of the results at the same time. You're going to choose the very best settings and the very best results to trade. So if you take the best 30% settings of this portfolio, suddenly now you're dropping down to a capital requirement of 16,800. Now that's still quite a lot. So now let's look at it from a different perspective. Let's say you only want to trade the best setting, the best currency, and the best time frame for 3 of your EAs. So now all you need is what takes place in 3 of these monitoring accounts. So that is $3,000. But because we're trading 8 currencies in each account, and you are only interested in the best currency and the best time frame and the best settings, we can divide that 3,000 by 8. So you can use an account of $375 to trade 3 EAs using micro lots. So suddenly all of this work that we're doing is starting to make sense, because you can now match your smaller trading account, let's say of 375, to the results that we are generating here. And I'm going to show you how to find the best setting, the best currency, and the best time frame from all of this work that we're doing. Now let's say you've only got 1 EA. So what you then do is you use the 3 best settings that we are testing for that particular EA, and that still means you can trade a $375 account quite easily. Now I hope this has helped you to bring the total portfolio, this huge portfolio of $560,000, into perspective, into your own situation, where you can trade it with an account with a couple of $100 in it. So now let's move on to phase 2, and phase 2 is a repeating phase. It's just a continuously improving phase. So what you do in phase 2 is you always analyze the results to date. So this might be after a couple of weeks of trading, like in this particular case, but you can actually do this on an ongoing basis, or you can say, all right, I'm going to leave the portfolio alone for the next 3 weeks, and then I'm going to look at it and apply these changes that I'm going to go through right now. So what you would do is you'd find the winning EAs, the winning currencies, the winning settings and timeframes, and analyze those. Now I'm going to show you how you can do that because we have made changes to the service in that it's much easier to find those. Then you can consider dropping certain EAs, certain currencies and timeframes and settings. So obviously the negative ones you drop, the EAs that you don't particularly like you can drop. So you can filter things out. We can filter things out. Then we can consider adding new settings and new accounts to this portfolio, and we can consider adding more accounts to winning results. So this is a continuously changing portfolio where we trying to get better and better all the time, and getting rid of the losing EAs, the losing settings, all that type of thing, and then hanging on to the winning and adding to the winning situation. And if you do that over a couple of months, you will build a portfolio that is so robust, and this portfolio is already robust, but a very robust portfolio. And again, as I've shown you, you can actually trade these portfolios with very small accounts. So here's a picture of what is happening right now. So the total portfolio results we are looking at the moment, and we're looking at the existing accounts, and we are sorting them into positive results and negative results. And negative results, we've got to decide, are we going to continue those negative results? Are they just because of the market phase that's happening? Are we going to stop them completely, or are we going to add new variations to the settings or the results? On the positive side, are we going to continue the positive results? Maybe it's, again, the market phase has been favorable. Maybe it's a good time to stop. Or are we going to stop those settings, or are we going to expand those settings? In other words, add more variations of the settings and more variations of time frames and currencies and things like that. So that's the approach that we will continuously be using. And then the other one is to then look at expanding the portfolio into other areas. Now, one of the areas that we are going to be looking at is, and I think you have seen this table before, I've shown it in many videos before, is this is a table of all our EAs and what is available in terms of settings, in terms of the EAs. And you can see that the optimized settings for the tradable RSI for indices has been amazing, absolutely amazing. Money making EA, again, 14 million, absolutely amazing. And then the tradable MACD, a huge number there. The rest are more or less are better than Forex, but not as dramatic as those three. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to now add indices to the portfolio. In fact, we'll have a separate portfolio for indices and only trade those three EAs in those in that particular portfolio. So we are expanding the testing work that we are doing. We are going to expand on the portfolio that we currently have in place. So that's the one aspect that we will be doing in the course of the next week or so. It takes quite a long time to set these accounts up and get them trading and decide on settings for these particular years. But once they're going, our paid clients can see these settings, they can see the results that we're going to be achieving, and hopefully we can get some actual results that move towards these results shown here in the optimization phase. Okay, so before we go and have a look at the actual analysis of the results to date, let's have a look at phase 3 of this process. And phase 3 is the live trading process. So you can actually start trading live at any time. If you start before phase 1 of the testing, then you are in a high risk environment because you have limited knowledge. You are basically going maybe by optimized settings, or you're going by the default settings. You have limited information. If you go at the start of phase 2, because the start of phase 2 introduces some settings that are not normally available through optimization or through the defaults, you can reduce your risk considerably. So you start in a high risk situation, you can basically use the settings that we are currently using because they are producing really good results. But the biggest benefit will come as the portfolio improves and improves over time, and the more that happens, even more reduced risk occurs, and you can start trading live, let's say in the next month or in the next 2 months, when the portfolio has gone through a number of dropping of unsuccessful EAs and settings and improving the results of successful ones already. So trading live is a matter of risk. If you want to have high risk, trade immediately. If you want to reduce risk, trade the settings that are already there and that are obviously positive. And if you want even more reduced risk, then hang on for a month or two, and we'll even have more robust settings for you. But let's go and have a look at the results to date. Okay, I'm in the Forex Trading Setups section. I'm going to just scroll down to the monitoring account section. There it is, and I'm going to go into the portfolio or monitoring account section. So I'm going to go in there, and what I've done recently is I have added a section where you can look at the results from an EA perspective. So let's go and have a look at those particular results, and there they are. So the total growth that the portfolio is showing at the moment is 17%, and if we scroll down here, we will see that all of the EAs that we have profitable elements in them. So what is shown here is the profitable elements of the EAs. We are not interested in the negative ones because they are going to be eliminated or changed, or there's going to be some decision made on the negative ones. Remember, the process is to get rid of the negative ones and only have the positive ones. So what we're looking at here are the positive results so far, and you can go down here and you can see which EA has produced the best results in the short time that we've been going. The make money has the most robust ones. The time of day is confusing in that what is shown here are the closed trades, and the time of day is a particular EA that has a lot of open trades. In fact, let's go in there. I'll just click on that, and hopefully it will show you what happens there. And I'm going to go to the statement that will give you a better idea. And as you can see, although there's a lot of a nice profitability on this particular EA, it also carries a big amount of floating losses. So what you saw earlier was based on the close profitability and didn't take those losses into account. So be careful of that. I'll go back to this page, and if we look at the make money, for instance, now I'm going to show you how you can find the best settings, the best currency, and the best time frame for a particular EA. So let's use the make money. It is the most positive one, but I'll also show you how you can do it with the most negative one. So we'll go into the make money, and there it is. Okay, so the make money, as you can see, it's got a nice big profit, but it hasn't got that big loss of the time of day. It has got a smaller one. Now if we go into the portfolio of the big money, the make money, and we look at the equity, because that equity is really the state of the account at that particular time, you can see we've got a negative one here. We've got a negative because anything under 10,000 is negative, but we have one, for instance, here that's doubled itself. So if you look at this on a portfolio basis, you might have one losing one, but you've got one that's sort of doubled its balance. So this particular portfolio of make money trading is doing pretty well. Now what most people will say is they'll go straight to this one and say, all right, I want to put that setting in. If you've got a portfolio like this, you could actually spread your risk by using all of the settings. All of the settings except maybe the last one are positive. So why not use a setting from that one, and have a spread portfolio that gives you a spread risk situation. So let's have go and have a look at the top one there, and I'll also look at some negative accounts. When I click on that, I like going to symbol, because that gives you which currency is the most profitable. So as you know, we trade more or less 8 currencies for every EA, and you can see that all 8 currencies that have been traded are all profitable. There's the net profit situation, and there is the profitability of all the currencies. Obviously the pound yen is the most profitable currency. So this is a way of saying, okay, if I go to the website, I can get the settings that are being used on this particular account, and I can also see that the pound yen was by far the most profitable currency. So now you've established the settings that was used and the currency that was used. But you can see the pound's also done well, the Aussie's done well, and the pound New Zealand's done well. So there's a lot of good results coming out of this particular account. So let's go back over here and look at, and as you can see, all the EAs have positive results. So it's a case of finding which currency, which time frame, and which settings are the most positive, but these are all positive. So let's go to the all accounts list, and if you look here, you'll see that overall, after all the 400 EAs that we are trading, they are overall about $20,000 positive, because we started with $56,000 and now we have $58,000. So there's $20,000 positive, and as you can see, the close profit figure is high and the open profit figure is low, because we're only looking at the positive trades in this particular one. But the equity figure shows you the actual result, which is 560,000 less 580,000, still is nicely positive. So let's go and have a look at the actual accounts. Now there's 56 accounts, so there are the 56 accounts listed down here. Now we have already looked at the top one, so let's go to the bottom one. And you'll see that although this one is making a nice loss, and I'm going to get a look at the power, I'm not going to do the right at the bottom, I'm going to look at the second from the bottom. Now this one is second from the bottom, so it's the second worst performing account that there is. Now if I click on here, we have set it up so that you only see the positive results. So if I go into symbol, there are the 3 currencies that are nicely positive using the settings for the Power Punch EA that are available on the website, and these are the currencies that are currently profitable using those settings. Now you'll see there's 3. By using your logic, the other 5 currencies are not profitable, and so we don't want to know what they are. Who wants to know what is a negative, giving us a negative? You only want to know what is giving you a positive result. So here we are. If we had traded this EA on that currency using those settings, we would have been nicely positive and nicely positive. So this is where I will now this week go in and I'll have a look at saying, oh, this currency should not be traded by the Power Punch EA. It is not suitable for this particular EA, and I'm going to eliminate it. Then I'm going to have a look at some of the negative results, and I was going to say, can we improve those results by changing the settings? So there's going to be a continuous process of cleaning up these accounts so that we hopefully will get a lot more positive results on all of our EAs. In this case, we only got 3. We want to get 6 or 7 currencies all positive in the next couple of weeks or months. So this is the process that I will be going through. But in the meantime, you can go and say, okay, this one's been nicely positive. The yen, in fact, has produced the biggest positive result. I'm going to trade this EA with that currency using the settings that are on because they have produced nicely positive results. So this is part of the portfolio approach, is you can actually see which currencies are performing well, which time frames. Now the time frame isn't stated in the name here, but when you go to the website, you can see the time frame that was used in this particular trade. So just to repeat, if you look at the portfolio of our 56 accounts, you will see that some of them are negative, but there are positive elements within those accounts, and those positive elements is what we want to look at. We're not interested in the negative ones because that's not teaching us anything. They are all the positive ones, and as we've seen in the previously in this video, that all our EAs are in fact positive if you look at the successful settings that have been used, and not at the negative ones, because those are the ones we are now going to eliminate. But what is really interesting is that the make money aggressive settings for the 4 hour have basically doubled their account in the last 5 or 6 weeks. Really good production. So if I had a small account of $400 and I had, let's say, our bundle, because we're making the bundle available at an 80% discount, so you can actually buy it very cheaply. You can actually say, all right, I'm going to trade the make money EA, then I'll go down here, the time of day EA. That one is actually doing well on its own merit. You could do one lot in that one, or 2 lots in that one, and 1 lot in that one. And then look at the Dream Machine. The Dream Machine's not doing badly. You could do 1 lot in that particular one. And then the RSI hook is also not doing too badly. You could do, those are all different EAs, but by spreading your risk, you see the make money is a trending EA. The RSI hook is a sideways EA. So by putting a 1 lot in that and 1 lot in that, you are actually hedging your bets. But if you are using the best settings for each one, you are more than hedging. You are likely to be positive overall. So that's the type of approach you can do by analyzing these results. But if you want a shortcut, you just go to the best performing one, the best currency, and you plug them in. If you want to be a little bit more clever about it, you can spread your risk by using different EAs. Yeah. Just a reminder, as I mentioned earlier, the special bundle is still available at an 80% discount. It will be a really good idea to take advantage of this bundle so that you can make trading decisions as I've shown in this video. Now, I hope you found this video interesting and have learned a little bit more about the approach that we're using to filter out negative results and improve the overall results of our portfolio, to give you an easy way of making decisions about which currencies, timeframes, settings, and EAs you would like to trade. I will be making a video every week showing the changes and the results of our portfolio. I know some of the traders might be finding this a little bit confusing, but over time it'll all start making sense, and it'll make it so much easier for you to find settings for your EAs. So from me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.